Well, it is here, ladies and gentlemen. What started as a quick poll that I decided to put up because of my own interest in this subject came to fruition as a series that we are going to be embarking on within the next probably 14 to 20 weeks, depending on the schedule and how it goes.
Yeah.
Guys, we are finally here with Red versus Blue, the review series.
Season 1.
Now, these are really awesome. You can watch all of these seasons in movie form on the home media ways, DVD originally, Blu-ray now, and they have all 17 seasons released on Blu-ray. Or is it 18 seasons? 18 seasons.
I think it's 18.
All 18 seasons on Blu-ray. The first 5 or 6 are all available on DVD, which you may be able to find. And the DVDs are old school. If you're really into the vintage part of it, it's really cool because like it shows it in its original form in like widescreen. So it like, yes, on current TVs that means like the majority of your screen is like, you know, whatever.
And the little circles there.
We'll get to that. Guys, but these seasons, as I said, are in movie form. You can watch them on the home video, or you can go to YouTube at Rooster Teeth Animation channel, and they have all the seasons complete. You can watch them on there.
All of them.
This is one of the funniest shows / films / whatever you want to call it, web series ever created.
Web series.
This is the beginning, one of the beginnings of web series. There were a few before that.
Yeah,
and
but not as big.
Well, they were at that time. They
This
were bigger,
this
but
one
this
was
one
the big
became
one.
this one became huge.
Yes, this is the big one.
It became very big, and it's a lot of fun. And it takes place in the world of Halo.
Who does not like Halo?
They do this using machinima, which is basically using the multiplayer on a video game to make a storyline. They act out everything. They do everything just like you would in classic animation, but they use the video game to do it.
Yep.
Like in the spoofs, the gag reels or whatever, it showed that they had to get the tank up on top of the base.
The Warthog.
Oh, yes, I'm sorry. The Warthog up on top of the base. And it took them like 15 times trying to get it up there.
It took them a lot of tries to get it up there.
The way they did it is they had to aim like 4 or 5 rocket launchers at it at once, hit it at the exact right time on the exact same angle, you know, all the while the tank itself was firing off at the same time. And it was just crazy.
Yeah.
It was crazy how they were able to do it. And if you remember back in the original Halo 1 was on the original Xbox.
It was.
We didn't have like we can do now with massive multiplayers online and all this stuff.
Or create your own maps or shit like that.
You had to take 4 Xboxes and plug them all together to get more than 4 players on a single game.
Yes.
So to make this where they have, you know, multiple characters and multiple things going on, they had to hook up basically 4 Xboxes to have up to 16 players at one time. And then they had to put that into a computer and do that. And then things over time, and we're just giving a quick overview of the whole thing real quick.
Yes.
And then we'll get to season 1. But things over time get a little better. The technology got a little better. The games got better.
Oh, yes.
They
Visually.
were able to pull from different games like
Dead Alive.
Dead Alive. Yes, when they put the Halo characters in Dead Alive. They were able to meld it with other kinds of materials. Actual, like, create their own animations with stop motion, stuff like that. And they just had an absolute blast making it, and we've had an absolute blast watching it. It's had its ups, it had its downs, and it is coming back again for a 19th and final season, supposedly.
Supposedly final.
And that's why we decided to do this now. They just released a trailer. You know what? I'll try to get that trailer and link it right up here, or up there, or wherever that little icon goes.
There it is.
No, I think it's behind you. No, wait, it's over my shoulder. It's
We'll
an
find it
elusive
later.
little bugger. But yeah, I'll link that trailer for the new season. But I'm telling you now, you want to watch all the way up until you
you need to,
or at least through seasons 1 through 13 to get what's going to happen in this new one.
Exactly.
So, but without further ado, guys, we're going to start with Red vs. Blue Season 1 from Rooster Teeth Animation, also known as a cockbite. Now, this was written and directed, the first season at least, by creator Bernie Burns.
Yes.
And Bernie wasn't the only creator, but he's kind of like the main guy. He's the main one.
Yeah, but they all kind of put their input into this.
I'm going to read off the names of the characters along with their voice actors and also other creators of this series. We have, starting with the blue team, we have Church, who is played by writer-director Bernie Burns. We have Tucker, who is Jason Saldana. We have Caboose, who is played by Joel Heyman. Tex, played by Kathleen Zulch, and that's why I wanted to read it, because I don't know if I'm going to get these names completely correct on some of them. That one's a weird one. Sheila, which is the tank, played by Yomari Cruz. Now, as far as the red team go, we have Sarge, played by Matt Hullum. Griff, played by Geoff Ramsey. Simmons, played by Gus Sorolla. Donut, played by Dan Goodwin. And Lopez, played also by Bernie Burns. Now, Lopez is this very funny
robot.
Yeah, he's a robot.
He's a robot.
And when they finally do make him talk, he only speaks Spanish.
Yep.
And
that's that one up.
Yeah, that was funny. That's a funny situation. Guys, the critics started, when the critics got a hold of this one, they said that it reminded them reminiscent of the Anarchy of South Park. And I can see that.
I can see it a little bit.
But for me, the humor in this and the dialogue reminds me more of Clerks. At least the first couple seasons.
Yeah.
As the show goes along, we get into bigger and bigger adventures, which we'll get into
and
in
more
each
characters.
Season. More characters. We'll get into each season as it comes. But what we're talking about in the first season
is just the beginning.
Yeah, Griff and Simmons put it. Why are we here?
I don't know. Why are we here?
Hey. Yeah? You ever wonder why we're here? It's one of life's great mysteries, isn't it? Wow.
One of life's great mysteries.
Are we the product of some cosmic coincidence, or is there really a God watching everything? With a plan for us and stuff? I don't know, man. But it keeps me up at night.
I'll tell you, it keeps me up at night.
I was waiting for you to finish the rest of it, but I don't know if you remember it or not.
Close enough.
Are we all some
cosmic joke?
Or is there really a God out there watching over all of us? I don't know, man, but it keeps me up at night.
What? I mean, why are we out here, in this canyon? Oh, yeah. What all this stuff about God? Nothing. You want to talk about it? No. You sure? Yeah. Seriously.
Huh? What?
What are we doing here?
I mean, why are we here? In this canyon?
Canyon.
What's all that shit about God? I don't know. You want to talk about it?
No. But I love the way how this thing starts. It's just two guys standing there wondering what the fuck's going on. Why the fuck are we here? Who the hell is running this army?
And basically, this is our storyline. We have two hapless and incompetent military squads on opposite sides of a war, supposedly. The red team and the blue team. They hate each other. They want to watch each other burn, but yet neither of them know how to pull the trigger effectively.
Yeah.
And I do mean that literally sometimes.
Yes.
Now, as I said, this was created by Bernie Burns and some of his friends. Matt Hullum, Gus Sorolla, Joel Heyman, and a couple others. And I can't remember every name right now of who was the core members. It started in a basement in Texas of these friends that all went through college together.
Just
discussing Halo and discussing whether or not the Jeep in Halo, which is called the Warthog in the game, actually looks like a Warthog or not, or if it
looks like a Puma.
And that actually made it into the script of the show, and that's what started the show, and bam, they had a phenomenon in their hands.
Yeah.
This used to be sold on DVD exclusive in GameStops.
GameStop.
Now you can get it at Walmart. Even to this day, you can still buy it at Walmart. New seasons come out.
Yep.
You can get it at Target. You can get it all over the place. But I just think it's very cool to come from such humble origins all the way up to being a multi-million-dollar company that now produces, I believe they call it Ruby for short, but it's RWBY.
Yes, they do produce that one.
They do. They've done horror movies.
They've actually done a lot of stuff.
Yeah, in fact, one of the horror movies that I can relate to for us is Bloodfest. They did Bloodfest.
Nice.
And a lot of people like that movie. I liked that movie. It was cool. This actually did finally make it to television. Now, like I said, it is a web series. It started on Windows Video Media.
It made it to TV.
But it finally made it to TV in syndication in 2015 on the El Rey Network, which is owned by Robert Rodriguez.
Oh.
Because he saw it, thought it was the funniest thing ever, and said, I got to put these on my station.
Nice.
And he did, and he put them in syndication on his station. I don't know if it was an hour long or 30-minute or whatever, or even in 5 minutes. I don't know, because the original episodes are 5 minutes long.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but it is what it is. And for the most part, each season, I don't want to say it got longer and longer and longer, because that means it makes it sound like it never stopped. But like the first season's only an hour, where the second season's 2, and then the third season's 2, and then so on. But,
and then you got your PSAs and stuff that they've done.
Oh yeah, you can get the PSAs, which you can find online, or you can watch them on the special features. They were hilarious shit.
Yeah. And another thing I like about the DVD versions, I don't remember which one they stopped, which season, but if you left the DVD just on the menu for long enough, it would play something.
It would do something different.
Yeah. The first one only has one thing it does. It just plays some, hey, come on.
I know it's
press
at
a
least
button.
the first 2 or 3 seasons.
Well, I know the second one has it because
I don't remember after
he takes away the options.
And I'm pretty sure when it went to Blu-ray, that kind of stopped. I'm pretty sure it stopped on Blu-ray.
But I kind of liked it. I thought it was a nice touch, something that you normally don't see somebody take the effort to do.
I think because DVD menus are less complex than Blu-ray as far as like the files of how they work, it was easier for them to do stuff like that back on DVD. Like my favorite menu of all time is from House of a Thousand Corpses on DVD.
Nice.
That's an awesome one. And like you said, if you don't press the button for a while, he keeps doing his thing, and it's hilarious.
Yeah.
Guys, I have no cons for this. This is one of my favorite things of all time. I don't think you have any cons either.
I couldn't say any cons for this at all because, you can't nitpick something this old and with the technology they had. With the technology they had, they made a phenomenal series out of this.
And it isn't even so much about the way it looks, and it looks fine, don't get me wrong. It doesn't look anything wrong,
but you go from then till now in the technology, you see the difference.
And I like how they explain the technology leaps in the storyline.
Yeah.
They actually explain technology leaps in the storyline as seasons go forward. But one thing I will say that was kind of a con for me for a long time, but it isn't anymore. As I said, this is done using Halo multiplayer. And for those of you that ever played Halo multiplayer...
Okay, you're going to talk about the circle now.
You have a little aiming circle in the middle of your screen, okay? And that's how you put your aiming circle, just like most video games.
Like you aim your gun.
In this one, they still have that little aiming circle in the middle of all the original old stuff. I don't remember. I got to look. I don't think it's there, though, online anymore. I think they upgraded and took it off.
They probably took it off, and probably on the Blu-ray versions.
On the DVD, it's still there.
Yes.
And so... for a long time, it kind of bugged me. I was like, man, I like that they took it off finally when they started coming out with newer stuff. But now that I look back on it, it's like, now that I look back on it, I missed that little fucking thing. It was too funny.
I never gave a shit. It was entertaining to me from when I first watched it long-ass time ago. The little circle never bothered me.
Oh, it was entertaining to me, too. And I didn't notice anything and think about it until they took it away.
Oh no! You noticed it the first time.
Well, no, I know, but I mean, like,
I
meant, like, I didn't think I'd miss it. I didn't like it until I first.
Yeah, but it did. It bugged you from the first time I showed it to you.
But it's still fucking hilarious. Yeah. We're gonna go over some funny shit that we like about this. We're gonna go over some good stuff we like about it. The first one for me is honestly the writing and the creativity to do good, fun storylines that are funny and just.
With minimal fucking
action and stuff like that.
Action and being able to actually do things.
It's very dialogue
so great
heavy,
about this first season.
And as it goes along, it gets more actiony and more big stuff. But they even talk about that in one of the trailers for an upcoming season. He's like, "Bang! Wow, this is going to be filled with mind-numbing explosions." And he's like, No, it's not. Did you just see that trailer? And it's just, you know. But anyways, yes, the writing to me is top notch, and it is uproariously hilarious. I definitely recommend this show for anybody that likes to laugh. I'm telling you.
Hell yeah. And if you love Halo, you're going to love it.
Even if you don't like Halo or like video games at all, it's funny as shit.
It is.
You know?
Okay. What I love is that fucking song they came up with for the beginning, for the reds and the blues. Roses are red, violets are blue. It's a great, catchy song.
It is.
It's a great intro to introduce everybody before you even get to hear them talk.
Done by the band Trocadera. And they actually didn't introduce the song until like the 5th or 6th episode online, because they didn't know. The people from the band saw the song and wanted, or saw the show and loved it. And yeah, so they didn't introduce the song until like the 5th or 6th episode or something like that. But
on the DVD, that's the way it
starts.
starts.
They started just like a movie. It gives you your credits beforehand and then the credits at the end. They do it in movie format. They don't chop it up into episodes, you know.
Which I like that.
Yeah, and they do the same thing online now. If you watch the complete seasons on YouTube, it's the same thing.
Right.
Except, like, I think the last couple seasons, they for some reason, they chopped the videos into separate, like, part 1 and part 2 of season 14 or season 15 or whatever. They did that on a couple of them. Not all of them, but on a couple. One of the things that I love about this show is I've watched this show, as the first season especially, probably 100 times. I'm not even kidding. 100 times. Easy. I mean, it's been out for 20 years. It came out in 2003. It's now 2023. They're doing the 20th anniversary this year with the supposed final season. You know, and 20 years after this came out, I'm still laughing my ass off. That's the sign of a great comedy. Yeah. Animal House, 40, 50, they came out in the 1960s. We're talking almost 60 years ago. That fucking movie is still hilarious. Bill and Ted, still hilarious. You know, there's so many the great comedies. Mel Brooks,
keep making you laugh.
You know, the greatest comedy of all time, in my opinion, Young Frankenstein,
Good movie.
Still hilarious 50 years later. You know,
and this will keep going.
Yeah.
This will keep going and being funny, and it's not one movie. It's 18, going to be 19 seasons worth of funny, which is awesome.
Season 18, we'll get there. I got some things about season 18, but
yeah, but I like them all.
I do too. I like them all too. I like them all, and I don't want to get ahead of myself.
No, we're gonna stick to here and now.
We're on season 1. What I'm trying to say is that in 20 years, the legacy of this show and the first season even has not died.
Yeah,
there are still T-shirts being made. There's still stuff coming out. People still love it. When this trailer hit for the new season, and it automatically got like millions of views like right away.
Yeah,
you know, people are ready for this new season.
They can't wait.
You know, so that's its legacy. A legacy of just plain out awesomeness, in the words of Tucker.
And that brings me to my next point. The characters. Every character in this season, and most of the seasons to come, almost every character, you just love them. They're awesome. And these guys really did their own characters, right? They made it up themselves. It's their personality. So whoever you got.
So I mean, like Joel, the guy that plays Caboose, he ain't stupid like Caboose.
No, but that's what he wanted.
You know,
that's his character.
He came up with it. They came up with it while he was intoxicated. So
there you go.
But yeah, he was actually an actor prior to Red vs. Blue. He was doing stuff. You know, he did parts on all kinds. What did I say he was in? I forgot.
I forget what you said.
He was in quite a few things that we've seen. You know, he was a bit player in Hollywood at the time. You know, already. So, you know.
And I have to say, my favorite character does have to be Caboose. I love just the stupidity and just how he does make sense in kind of some weird ways.
And we got a lot of great catchphrases out of Caboose.
Yes, we did.
Or Caboose's interactions.
Yeah. So you are a gay robot.
What are you doing, Caboose? Are you following any of this whatsoever?
That guy Tex is really a robot, and you're his boyfriend. So that makes you a gay robot.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm a gay robot.
And when you see it in context, it's hilarious. In fact, I'm gonna put that joke in the movie, in the thing. I don't care. It's funny as shit.
Yeah, out of the mouth of innocence.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. If you're a PC person, this will not be for you.
No, this show would not be for you.
It's like you said, like South Park, but even more. There's cursing. This is un-PC as it can be.
Yep.
So in the original Halo and in all of these, they have masks on. They have the Halo helmets on.
Yeah.
So it's hard to articulate what they're saying. So what they would do is the players, the people that were making it, would look up and down just a little bit.
Yeah.
Or they would notice that the if you left the character long enough, it would start moving a little, and it would actually look like the character is talking.
Yeah.
So it was amazing to me that they can make a character that's pretty much not immobile, but no facial expression, no mouth, look like they were talking. To me, that was awesome.
Give it a lot of personality.
And make it believable. You know?
And doing the different shades of armor so that they all don't look alike. Don't it look like Sarge for a little while? Each
character is identifiable. Every character is identifiable.
They don't have to speak for you to identify them. You know, okay, that's that character.
Yeah.
Makes things a little simpler.
Most definitely.
All right. I'll leave on this note with this one, and it's something that's going to come up throughout the entire franchise. But it's great just how dysfunctional they all are. The Reds, the Blues, they're dysfunctional in their own unique ways, and when they get together, they're dysfunctional in another weird way together.
But yet shit always seems to work out right in the end.
It's like the definition of God loves idiots. It just all works out in the end.
Well, he must, because this world's got a ton of them.
True.
Guys, this has been a fun foray into the first season, and we can't wait to come back for season 2. I hope you enjoy this series going forward, because I know we're going to have a lot of fun.
We're going to have fun.
Just watching these again together is going to be fun, because he's the one that introduced me to Red vs. Blue. He had the first couple seasons on DVD, came up to visit me when I lived in Denver.
Brought them all with me.
And we watched them, and that got me hooked. I started buying them, and the rest is history. So, guys, from Bronco, Juggalo, and Bill, I'm saying peace.
And I'm saying, don't be a cockbite. Good night.